you are. Welcome back to Buckeye Wars. This is a series I've put together telling stories about what it was like for me to grow up in El Dorado Hills, California back in the 70s and the 80s. Hey, do you ski? No, not on the water. In the snow? Yes, there's snow in California, duh. You gotta drive. Well, I live in Sacramento, so you gotta drive a little bit to get to it. But yeah, there's snow. In fact, we got some damn good snow. When I was in 7th grade, 8th grade, and my mom paid for it was a school program, and she did the behind the scenes paying for it. So I don't even have a clue what it costs. But the school offered like trips to the snow to ski. And I was so excited about that. I had never skied, didn't have a clue how to do it, but I'd seen it done on TV. I'd seen it done in the Olympics, and those guys screamed down the hill really, really fast, and it looked like fun. So my mom told me that, hey, got you signed up. You get to go skiing, learn how to ski. So we went up the hill a little ways to Cameron Park, and we went to a shop that was set up for renting and selling ski stuff. And they bought me some kind of like bib overalls, but they were made out of the material that like a down jacket is made out of, so it was kind of fluffy a little bit and pretty much waterproof. And I already had a decent coat and a hat to cover my head and my ears, and some goggles. And they hooked me up, and I was sized for the boots and the skis so that we could rent them. And I was given a brief little, how-to on when I first started doing this. They had kind of like a leash type thing that you would click into the ski, and then there was like a strap that you would strap around your ankle in case you fall and the ski comes off. It would be still connected to you by a small tether. And then we would rent the skis and we would take them home, and I can remember putting on my entire outfit, including the skis, and standing in the living room on our shag carpet and kind of bending down with my poles extended out toward the back and looking straight ahead, kind of like I was going 100 miles an hour down a hill. And my mom took a picture, and I actually found that picture a little while ago, and it was pretty scary. I looked ridiculous, but boy, as a kid, that was cool. So I believe it was a Saturday morning, early. We met the bus at the school parking lot, and there was probably 20 or so kids, all hunkered down and ready to go. They had their lunch, and they had all their gear and their skis. And of course, some of the kids really knew what they were doing, and they had their own skis. They had the good stuff, and I had the rental stuff, but I was still raring to go. Oh, fun stuff. And I believe it was even a school bus. Yeah, pretty much the school bus, took us on up the hill to Sierra Ski Ranch. And I believe over time it's now called Sierra at Tahoe. It's up Highway 50. Yeah, this place was set up for us. And I quickly learned as a kid that there was 3 different levels. There was the green circle for the different trails that you could ski down. That was for beginners. The like I was. And there was blue squares for a little bit more advanced. And then there was the really gnarly ones, and they were black diamonds. And of course there was kids amongst us who had skied before and went straight for the black diamonds, and they were badass. There were moguls. Do you know what a mogul is? They were bumps in the trail. I mean, big bumps in the trail. And if you don't know how to maneuver very well, you come down kind of fast and you hit one of those moguls and you're just like, whoa, and it screws you up and makes you fall. And getting up on skis when you don't know what you're doing, that's hard. and with that tether, that the damn ski gets all cattywampus and tangled up, and you're just lying there and you look like a rag doll, and somebody dropped from 3 feet above, hit the floor, and just boom. It was awful. In the next couple of years, they had improved that, and they had a little brake system on the skis where if your foot came off of the ski, 2 little prongs stuck down beneath the ski, and it would halt it. But the trouble with that is, if you did any sliding when you fell, you'd be over here, and about 10 feet up the hill was your ski, and you had to kind of wobble on back up there, try to get it. And of course, as a beginner, once you got it clipped back onto your boot, standing up was a pain in the ass. But oh my God, I remember the first few times I went skiing, there was a the lift that takes you to the top of the hill. Well, for the beginners, there's a rope. And I've heard that some places they have a rope and you just grab onto it and it pulls you up the hill. Well, this was different. It was a rope with like a frisbee attached to the bottom of it. I mean, like maybe a wooden seat, maybe even a metal seat, about the size of a frisbee. And you'd stick that between your legs and it would pull you on up the hill. Now, as a kid that doesn't know how to maneuver these damn skis, even that was tough, and you'd fall. And then that disc would go flang out from between your legs. Oh, it was awful. And I remember the first couple times that I actually made it to the top of the hill with the lift, and then started going down the hill, I hadn't had any lessons whatsoever. I had zero knowledge of what to do. And I started going faster and faster and faster. I had no idea how to stop. So I'm hollering, look out, here I come. People trying to get out of my way, but everybody on that hill were beginners, so they didn't know how to move either. So I'd crash into people, and you'd have a pile of 2 or 3 guys all hooked together. Just kind of cattywampus on the lift. Now, the second time I went skiing, I told my mom how bad I was, so she had hooked it up, so I had a lesson involved in my trip to go skiing the second time. So I got a lesson with a professional, and they took us up, and they showed us how to, they call it snow plowing, where you point your tips of the skis together and form a V, and you lean this way and you lean that way, and it helps you stop. That was pretty important. Oh my God. But after several times doing this in the winter, and there was 2 or 3 years that I did this, and I think it started in seventh grade, maybe seventh grade, eighth grade, maybe even ninth grade. But went several times during the winter. So by the time I had done it a handful of times, I got better, and got better. But those damn moguls still screwed me up. I really liked, once I got kind of good at it, I really liked the blue squares trails because they were a little steeper, and they were longer for the a little bit more advanced skiers. And by the time I got good enough to do the blue squares, some of my friends that I had made amongst the skiers, they were kind of a different bunch of friends, because most of my friends from back home didn't ski. But I remember there was a little gal. Remember that story I told you about, the little gal that gave me the note in 6th grade in Morse code? She skied, and I ran into her on one ski trip, and she was a little bit more advanced, and I was a little bit more advanced. So we skied together one day. That was fun. And we chose to do some of the ski runs on the back side of the hill. There was a whole bunch of trails on the front side of the hill, but on the back side of the hill there was a small handful, and not as many people went over to that side because they liked the trails that they were a little bit more familiar with on the face of the hill. So Susie and I were on the back side of the hill, and we had a ball. We really had fun. It was fun riding up the ski lift with her, and being able to talk, and then we would ski down and get back on the lift and go up to the top of the hill, and so on and so forth. And it was really fun learning how to ski when you were a kid in California. Yeah, it was fun.